LakelandCarKeys.com. I'm currently sitting in a 2008 Chevrolet Equinox. This is an all keys lost situation. I believe this is possibly going to take a B111 key. It is a transponder key, as we can see the transponder ring here. Now, I've done a few of these, the older ones, without the transponder ring, and similar ignitions like the Saturn View and stuff. And I have been able to sidebar pick them. It's real hard to see it, but you can get sidebar in there and rake it and turn it. But I've also done a few of these with the leashy. Now, this is a B111 leashy that I used here, and as you can see, the gauge cluster is on. This is already picked. Now, I'm not sure if the wafers are in the right position, because I didn't actually pick this. What I did was I just used the levers and kind of raked up and down. These things are real flimsy, and you can get them to turn. It doesn't, like, I think the last one I did, I just used a regular rake and raked it and got it to turn. But basically, the ones I've done before didn't have the transponder ring on it. And the way this transponder ring is, the ignition doesn't line up to come out. Like, you can't pull it off with the ignition in the lock position. So I had to rake it, and I could probably get it off now. But either way, I could put my pick in the little pinhole and get the ignition out. I just, there's not a lot of videos on how to get these done. So I definitely wanted to just show everyone. Now, obviously, I can't hold the phone and do the picking action by myself, but I was able to get this pick with the B111 leashy. And like I said, I didn't do the actual picking. I just raked it and got it to turn. And, I'm going to pull the ignition out, and I'll probably have to pull the wafers and read them and cut a key. Now, I know on the Saturns, it's not the B102 or the B106. It's one of the longer keys, like a B91 or a B96 or, something along those lines. So I'm going to try, because this is a transponder key, I am going to try a B111 key first. And when I look it up in the database, it says B111. But I know a lot of times those blades are just a little bit too short. So I'll definitely fill you in and let you know what key I ended up using in the long run. But it is a programmed key, so we are going to have to go in and, add an actual transponder key. Alright, so I got the ignition out. I just used this key so I don't put too much tension on my leashy trying to turn it and pull the ignition. But basically, this is a little bit different than the Silverados, where you have to hold it into the start position to push the retention pin to get it out. These ones, you just have to have them in the accessory 2 position. And you push the little pin, and you should be able to slide the cylinder out. I'm not going to focus on it, but there is a key code. I got lucky. There's a key code stamped on here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a key and see, I'm going to cut that B111, see if it's long enough. And I'll probably just cut a B111 shell, see if it's long enough. And if it is, awesome. We go ahead and continue the programming. If not, I'll try to find a longer blade, and then I'll let you know which blade I ended up using. Alright, so this was able to work. It was the B111. It locks and unlocks the doors. I already put the ignition cylinder back in, and we are able to get it. So I have an actual B111 transponder key cut in there. They're getting 2 keys, so I will use this with a chip inside of it, and we'll just continue to do the programming as normal. We'll have to go through the 12-minute wait. I just wanted to go ahead and show everyone the process of, how I remove the ignitions on these, get the blade cut, and move on. They're a little tricky. but they are doable. And you don't have to, I've seen videos where people are drilling them, they're removing the whole ignitions. I mean, on the Saturns, the ignitions are bolted on, and I usually do remove them. But this one was, I would have to hammer that out. I'm not trying to do all that right now. So, like I said, they're real easy to pick. And my other key just finished cutting. All right. So that's done. So we go ahead and start the programming and do the 12-minute wait. And then I'll get him 2 keys programmed and they will be on their way. All right, so we got the KM100 hooked up. It's doing the 12-minute wait. And this automatically, if you do add a key, this is like, the 07 new body style and to like 13, 14 Silverados, where it's automatically going to do all keys lost and require you to do 2 keys. So I thought I was going to be able to just do add a key and add it in, but the machine did tell me 2 keys are going to be required, but we're doing 2 keys anyway, so it's not an issue. It just has to be 2 separate keys, but that's fine. So we got 12 minutes to go through the wait, and then programming will be done. And I could just slap all this back together and we get on out of here. All right, so we're all done. We finished the 12-minute wait. We cycled both keys and the vehicle runs. So this is a complete job. LakelandCarKeys.com. Like, comment, and subscribe.